Hi there. Welcome back to another Thursday edition of Bill Reads Stuff. Today I'm going to be reading a selection from Gods of Clay. It's put out by the Science Fiction Roundtable. It's an anthology of some of the best independent science fiction writers in the world, and they added me into. Today I'm not doing it in the living room so you don't have the fan over my head, but this does kind of make it look like you're in a little input or something. I don't know. Whatever. We'll work with it. We'll live with it. But I'm going to read to you from this. I'm going to read a little bit of it so you can go check it out. It's, again, from Gods of Clay, and the story is called The Tears of the Gods. My first actual historical fan fiction that I ever did. I normally don't like to get into rewriting history. Not vodka, Kool-Aid. Anyway, but we had a chance to do something and go back and look at the, how people would be impacted if they met a higher civilization or a lesser civilization or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so this is my take on it. It's set right about the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. And again, Tears of the Gods by me. The sand, always the sand. It clung to everything, permeated everything, defined everything. All life was built on and of the sand. He who controls the sand controls life. That was the creed of the dynasty. Although he was no pharaoh, Jemutos controlled the sand. He could grab it, mold it, and define it into something permanent. Each block added to Pharaoh's tomb had been designed by him. Years ago, similar blocks had been dragged up ramps by him and other slaves. Then he'd shown skill with a chisel. Later, he'd shown a fine mind for design and mathematics. Eventually, he'd earned his freedom and a new home near the palace for his family as a stonemason. All of that happened to him after there was a gift from the gods, or God. Horus, specifically in this case. It made sense to him. The giver of all life had given him a life. When his village in Ethiopia had been conquered, the elders paid tribute to the Egyptian army by gifting them with 3,000 worthy slaves, Jemutos among them. Of course, that wasn't his name then. That name died on the field of battle. He would never speak it and forbade his family from ever trying to find it. Dead was dead. That life walked with Anubis as far as he was concerned. Learning to worship the Egyptian gods was easy. They provided for him and his, the older gods did not. He stepped out of the blazing sun and into his surveyor's tent. The gray-skinned god with its wide-set eyes and wheezing breath was looking over the latest plans. They were going to be adding in 4 new chambers to hide its secrets along with Pharaoh's mortal remains. When the gray god's secrets were hidden from all who toiled on this day, they would be granted to Pharaoh upon the successful completion of his journey. No one questioned the wisdom of this. Jemutos had once seen the little god point a tiny object at a 10-square cubit block of stone and reduce it to smoke. The world wasn't ready for that kind of power. But later, after Pharaoh met with the gods, rational decisions could be made. So there you go. It's a segment from Tears of the Gods, from Gods of Clay. It's actually a really good anthology. I got to read it before it came out. I loved it. It was just absolutely riveting. So it's a lot of cool stuff. And you can get it online. You can get it on the Bill McSci-Fi website. You can order it directly from me and have it autographed and shipped to you. But you can buy it all over the place. So go ahead, please buy it. Gods of Clay, Science Fiction Roundtable Press, featuring Bill McCormick doing Tears of the Gods. Thanks, bye.